So this is a project for a class where we were designated with creating a very strong kinesthetic experience. And I decided to base mine off of speedster superheroes like the Flash or Quicksilver. So it may look a little odd. This was my first time using a lot of Unity post-processing effects, and specifically motion blur, so some of that ended up functioning a bit oddly, and I couldn't get it to work quite as well as I would have liked. But here's the player simply moving about normally, and then as soon as you press the left mouse button, you enter Superspeed, which zooms the camera out and increases the field of view. For this effect, I was largely inspired by a character in Warframe called Gauss, who has a similar Superspeed ability. And as you can see, there's lightning flashing all along your character, and they're in a much more ready stance to move. And the music also increases its pace. There's particle effects for going in and out of Superspeed. And if you start running, you get this effect. So my goal was to really make you feel like you're a speedster running through a city. I focused very heavily on a lot of particle effects and camera effects to make this feel like that. As you can see, they're leaving behind quite the trail. As the player moves the camera freely around so you can get more cinematic angles for the running. The sound effects for running is definitely something I would have changed had I had more time to work on this project. I couldn't find a very good sound effect for what I wanted, and I used this because it was readily available to me. And it's probably my least favorite part of this project. So I wanted the player to be able to make very sharp turns too. Turn on a dime. You can also zoom the camera out on your own, which will affect both of them, both the in Superspeed and out of Superspeed camera. This allows for a bit more distant view. You can see stuff a bit better. I wanted to fill this environment too with a lot of lights and buildings to help enhance the feeling of going fast when you see them rushing by you. And I was hoping the motion blur would also amplify this effect, but as I mentioned before, this was my first time using a lot of Unity post-processing effects, and I had quite a bit of difficulty implementing the motion blur. You also zoom the camera in even more if you wanted. Get a bit of a better look at some of the particle effects there. And that's pretty much it for this project.